Hello students, I hope you are all fine. So in this tutorial audio presentation, I will continue from where I left in my previous class related with the story, The Portrait of a Lady written by Kushwant Singh. So let me continue. My grandmother and I were good friends. We were inseparable. Our friendship was inseparable. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city and we were constantly together. So my parents, they left me with her and they moved to the city, and I stayed with her in the village, and in the village I was always constantly with her, and our friendship was something that was memorable. Now let me continue. She used to wake me up in the morning and get me ready for school. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing song manner while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. Now she used to wake him up, she used to dress him for school activities, and while she used to dress him up, she used to sing the religious prayer in a very melodious manner. And Kushwant Singh was very attracted towards the music of that religious prayer. So let me continue. I listened because I loved her voice but never bothered to learn it. I loved her voice, the way she used to recite the religious prayer, but never ever I was interested to know the real meaning behind the prayer. I listened because I loved her voice but never bothered to learn it. Then she would fetch my wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, a tiny earthen ink pot, and a red pen, tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. Then it was time for me to go to school. She used to arrange my slate, my chalk, my pencil, my red pen, and instead of a bag, she used to more or less bundle up everything. I had no bag at that time, so she used to bundle up everything in a cloth like material, and slate, then pencil, chalk, and a red pen. And then Kushwant Singh and his grandmother, they used to proceed towards the school. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. Now, Kushwant Singh's grandmother, as you know by this time, because this particular chapter I discussed previously also, that she had a generous mind. She was very kind hearted and she had a generous mind. So she used to carry a quantity of chapatis or stale chapatis with her for the village dogs, and she used to feed those village dogs on the way. Now, dear students, I am moving on to the next paragraph. My grandmother always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. Attached means it is very much close to the temple. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer. So the religious preacher was also the teacher. So he was the Pandit of the Parshala, as well as he was the Pandit in the temple also. So the priest used to perform dual activities, while the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda singing the alphabet. Actually, singing the alphabet means reciting the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. My grandmother sat inside reading the holy scriptures. Now, while Kushwant Singh used to sit along with the others in the Pathshala and used to recite the alphabets. His grandmother used to sit in the temple and his grandmother used to read the Granth Sahib, that is the religious text of the Sikhs. Now let me continue. When we had both finished, we would walk back together. This time, the village dogs would meet us at the temple door. They followed us to our home, growling and fighting with each other for the chapatis we threw to them. Again, the situation was same. The village dogs that used to follow them early in the morning. Again, while Khushwant Singh and his grandmother they used to return back to home, the village dogs used to follow them. And this time also, his grandmother used to feed them some chapatis. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. After few years, when Khushwant Singh's parents were comfortably settled in the city, then they called us both in the city. That was a turning point in our friendship. And I talked about industrialization, modernization, westernization. So all this will have a big impact on young Khushwant Singh now. Because when his parents called him along with his granny both to the city, this was a decisive turning point in their friendship. Their friendship won't be the same anymore. I repeat, dear students, their friendship won't be the same anymore. Their friendship would be broken, or in other words to say, their friendship would be totally snapped. SNAPPED. So let's continue. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus, or you can say in a motor van. There were no dogs in the streets, and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard, or you can say in the lawn of our city house. So no dogs. Now it seems that she developed a sort of companionship with some sparrows, and these sparrows used to come near the courtyard. And Khushwant Singh used to go to school in a bus, in a motor bus, unlike in the village where her grandmother used to accompany him to the school. So dear students, in this audio presentation I stop here. In my next audio presentation, I will continue from the next paragraph. Thank you students. Thank you all.